So this is the kind of thing you're watching out for when you're lambing, okay? You can see everything is coming, but in the distance there's one at the top, she's not coming. And over there, again, there's one, she's not. See, she doesn't seem to want to come. And I can also see, you can't see with your the camera, but I could see, looks like she's got a bit of an empty pocket. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's standing over some lambs. So we'll get these guys fed, maybe leave a little bit in the bag just in case. These guys are just needing some cake and they're a bit low on energy. We'll see how we go. There you go, first natural lamb. The ewes come down for it. She's coming back for it, I can hear her. She's coming back for it. It's a lovely lamb. What we'll do is we'll wait for Mum to come back and see each other. So she should be a twin, but because of the abortion problem I've got, and she was into cake, so she's not got another lamb inside her. I don't need to catch her up. She should be a twin, so she should have two. Yeah, there's only one lamb there. So either she spat out a dead one somewhere. We shall see. You see, this girl looks a bit stiff, so something's up with her. She could be just, starting to lamb and she could be fine. But the right thing to do with her is to catch her. This is actually quite early. I didn't expect to be doing all this morning. But I need to somehow catch her. She could be quite slow, so it could be quite easy to catch. We're very stiff on that back leg, so she's been pushing for a while, so she needs some help. Here you go. This is a great example of a good lambing job. So, oh man, my breath. I literally had to catch this ewe, no dog. So, she's breech. That is a tail. That's what's hanging out. Back end. With a breech like this, it's actually really easy for us usually to get it out. I'm gonna need two hands, I need to hold her. But we can get back in, follow that tail, grab the back legs, whole thing will come out easily. But it's like a C shape at the minute, she just can't push that out. She could be pushing all night. That lamb should be alive, as long as its umbilical cord is attached. But if it's dead, she's a twin, so hopefully the second one is still inside her. There's some juices here and things, so I'm a bit suspicious that maybe she's kicked out a dead one. So we'll see what this one's like. There you go, once you got both legs like this, it should just come out and you have to pull it down. You should take your time. You can see she's pushing with me. So you shouldn't just yank it out. Take your time, you can see it's coming, mill at a time. I'm gonna take my time and use two hands, but there you can see that that's coming. Here's that tail that we saw originally. So you can use two hands so you can get this out. Yeah, this is more of I had to reach forward, I had to pop the sack of this lamb. Here's the legs here. I had to bring the legs and the head together. You can see that this is a live lamb. Head and, I'm able to do that one-handed, a bit of a smaller lamb. And this is live. So what you do here looks a bit traumatic. So what I'll do, let's see if I can show you. Flick it back and forward. It was kicking, so we should be able to get this lamb going. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You just put something up its nose to make it trigger a, come on matey, come on. This was kicking just a moment ago. Come on matey, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. What a mess this morning. Right, we got two dead lambs is the reality. So you's gonna have to come with us. We'll get her back, pen her up and get a set on. That's just the reality of it, sadly. So what I do is I keep a lamb wet. So So this is a wet lamb. We'll give her that one just to lick and remain motherly. Try and keep some of this birthing fluid if we can. Beautiful stuff. Get that in there, and I'll show you what I do with that later. So you know, we're keeping a wet dead lamb and all of the juices that come out. And we'll try and see if we can keep that going and store that nice and safely. So here we go. This is what we do, right? Try and get these lambs to. Oh, I just pulled you. Pulled its umbilical cord off, made it bleed a bit. Hopefully it's going to be okay. Ideal. Right, so what you do is basically, I'm going to need 2 hands, right? I'm just going to cover these in the juices of this dead lamb. You may not want to see that anyways, but let's just do that off camera. She's not that motherly to it. She's only not. She's head butting. She's not that motherly like. But I think she will with some. I think she will take them. So me standing here, that thing's having a suck. She's not happy about it, but she's half letting. So I think, you know, maybe a bit of an adopter. It may just be I need to come a bit regularly. Anyways, we'll see. This is not the most encouraging set on, but it's not terrible either. Could be worse. It seems to be sort of friendly to one and not the other, but we'll see. So that's one on. One's on there. Yeah, this one's not so keen. He's maybe got a bit in his belly or whatever, but he's not that keen on sucking. Getting lambs to suck for the first time is a bit of a, you know, if they've not had a natural thing. There you go. There you go. Sometimes manipulating them on is the worst thing you can do. I've just kind of rocked him back and forth and he's on there. So what I'm going to do is basically make sure they get some milk, they get something in their belly, and that way these lambs are going to have a good bacterial system development in their stomach. They'll get all the antibodies that they need from the ewe, which will keep them healthy. So, you know, get them on, and then I might need to come, with some set-ons you just need to come and do this, just what I'm doing now, a few times, and mother gets used to having them both suck. You know, sometimes bringing a dog is exactly what it takes, you know, just to sit the dog the other side of the fence. So the mother, you know, it encourages the protective instinct, which is part of the mothering instinct over the lambs. Yeah, and that's just what you need to do. So we'll see if we can get this going. This is me standing back. She's still a bit intimidated by me being here. So the fact that she's letting the lambs kind of poke around is no sign of acceptance. See that little stamp she did there? I mean, you know, ewes will do that with their own lambs because they're showing me that they're protective of it. You know, here's the tell. When she puts her head round and smells, and what she does is usually the telltale. She puts her head round and smells and goes, "That's not my lamb." She'll kind of headbutt it. You know, so she wasn't headbutting there. But I think what we might end up here, that one that's keen and sucking, I think that one will be accepted, and the one that's just standing there with less of an instinct probably won't be. This girl's not so sure actually. I just left her. I haven't put her in an adopter. She's not so sure. She wants to accept those, but she's not. You know, they're both on. Occasionally she headbutts one, but then when she's kind of unhappy with one, the other's sucking, and then, yeah, I think these two, as persistent as they are, I think just some time together and they'll get used to each other as a wee family unit. I think they'll be fine. You know, that thing there, she's definitely more keen on. The other one she's less keen on, but they both get on by themselves. So I think it may just be some time together, and we'll see. They're at least kind of settling in together, I guess. She is not very hungry, so there's not much I can do. Suckling is the thing that really makes the mothering process go well. So without the worst thing you can do is feed a pet when you're trying to set it on, because you know, unless it's literally going to drop dead, a hungry pet is what you want. So the farm that I picked that up from said, "Oh, I've just tubed it for you, so it should be grand." And that means they've essentially fed it. They put some milk down a tube, and it's just the worst thing you can do. You ideally want a really ravenous and really hungry lamb. You know, so I tried to suckle him, and he wasn't even that keen. But hey, well, that's how it is. This is us getting the electric fences staked out. Say hi, Gideon!
Hi, hi, Dad.
Hi, Gideon. That's exactly what you want to see. Mum's not liking standing up, like, but you know, you can see she wants to sit down. She's sore. But this is the single from this morning, and seems to be quite friendly with that lamb. The morning will tell, really, whether she's taking it or not. Get this girl. She's had lots of cleansing coming out. These guys again look quite happy. You know, lambs aren't wang. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There you have it. I've gone away, worked all day. These two have full bellies. You know, they're happy as Larry. Both know how to suck. This is the one I was more worried about. I think, anyways. Yeah, this is one I was more worried about. But she's pretty happy, like, smelling them both. Look, you know, that nibbling is a motherling instinct. Like, you know, very, very happy with these two. There you go. Water and cake. Cake is a good distraction. If they're eating that, then they let the lambs suck. Great, time to go home.